How do you know?
Huh?
So what was the other lie? You said he said 3 lies at the inauguration. What were they?
I said his whole lie about the size of his inauguration.
Okay, actually they did comparing pictures. There was Obama's, it was lesser than Trump's.
Huh?
Yeah. So Trump's was larger.
Yeah, prove it.
Okay, there were 2 photos. You can see them on Twitter. I can't show you right now.
Oh, well, I have all the photos. I even have the photos from the National Park Service that you can clearly see, clear as day.
So
that the crowd was significantly
I can't show you photos
even
right now. Can you show me them if you're able to?
Yeah, totally.
Okay. To me, this is how you change minds. You don't shout at people or demagogue them or call them names, but you try to get answers. So I appreciate it. I'm recording right now, so I can't look at the photos. Okay. You also have to keep in mind, are you able to verify which inauguration those photos were taken?
Including public disturbance, the police officers just warned both of us. I told them that I apologize, but maybe you can move.
They can speak to me if there's a problem.
You guys can talk.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
You guys can talk.
However,
Thank you.
people from the inside are turning around. Telling them to get farther away.
Okay? You guys can talk all you want.
Thank you, Mr. Costas.
he asked me-
Blue Lives Matter. I support a bill that would make killing a police officer a hate crime. I do. Thank you.
Me too, as long as
You think that police should be killed? I don't. So you're showing me the photos, right?
So this one was from AP, 1.8 million people.
Let me see.
At the aerial photo of Trump's inauguration.
Trump, he's announcing tomorrow that wall is going up.
And then this is the one from the YouTube live stream.
Revolution Day.
What time was that?
11 a.m. 11:04 a.m.
It
Eastern.
started at that time. So you have more people showing up.
But if you're comparing it from the same time,
The wall is going up. Listen for it tomorrow.
Chanel, how many?
Trump.
Okay. There were a couple other lies. You said 3 lies were spoken.
Yeah.
What was another one?
saying Mexico's going to pay for the wall, when in fact he's going to put us on the hook for the wall.
It's based on a tax that's going to be done on the remittances that go to Mexico.
Oh, if you believe that, then I got a huge monorail to sell you.
Well, actually, California's making one right now. What's the third lie?
Huh?
You said there was a third lie?
The third lie is about draining the swamp of corruption.
Well, that's already happened
And
because
then
you've
filling-
got Rex Tillerson, who's outside of DC. You got Jeff Sessions, who's probably as pristine as anybody. This is a guy who defended African Americans in the Deep South, who bankrupted the Ku Klux Klan. Absolutely.
Jeff Sessions.
Yes.
Yo, there's...
You need to look him up.
Oh, yeah, I have. And there's him on statement in a Senate hearing, 2009, saying Dominicans have nothing of value to add to this country. So you can't tell me he's like not the wild racist when there's receipts there. We live in the age of receipts, and there's wild receipts.
When you say receipts, what do you mean? Receipts.
Proof.
Okay.
Visual, audio proof.
So
of Jeff
his
Sessions.
defending the KKK doesn't matter. His representing African Americans doesn't matter.
He's also said the KKK is okay.
No, he didn't. That's a
And
lie.
then-
But you're entitled to your opinion. Okay.
So long as they...
So
Until
tell
they
me,
find out they
you
smoke
voted for
weed.
Bernie Sanders, right?
In the primaries, yes, I did.
Who did you vote for in the general then?
I don't have to say that to you.
That's fine. I respect that. A lot of people did not vote for Hillary. I have a friend of mine, he's a Green Party guy. He absolutely could not stand Hillary, and Bernie dropped out, you know. So Bernie Sanders claims to be a socialist, right?
Yes.
Okay, do you know he owns a condo? He owns a nice rich condo in Vermont. How is that socialist? And who paid for that? Huh. It's called private property. Socialism's against private property. So how do you support Sanders? He doesn't, he's a hypocrite.
Do you have this issue with Sanders because he's a Jew? You can just say it outright.
Why are you saying that?
Because
I have
that's
Jewish
the-
friends, sir, so that's very offensive.
I am
Why are you
Jewish.
being
I
anti-Semitic?
am Jewish.
Well, that's
and we had
nice.
to work
I
for
appreciate
people
it.
like you back
Great.
in World
So
War II.
why are you
Those
shaming me for
collaborators.
asking a question? Why did you play the race card?
Sir, I'll ask you the same thing, okay? That's
Keep my voice down.
Mr. Gustavo, please.
Okay.
People inside are turning around because we're causing a disturbance out here.
Okay.
If you guys could just keep it down, I understand. You guys get passionate.
So let me ask you this: if I'm talking at like this level, is that okay?
That's fine.
Okay.
That's fine. So when people inside are turning around,
That's the signal.
We just gotta-
Okay, keep it down. Okay. So
it's
Bernie
hard,
Sanders.
It's hard enough to hear as it is.
I get it.
sure
I'm sorry.
people stand up.
So Bernie Sanders, I don't have a problem with his Judaism. I respect his love for Israel, by the way. So that's not a problem. Anybody who wants to be anything in Washington should respect the state of Israel.
Okay.
Do you support the state of Israel? Just asking.
Do I
Just asking.
support what?
The state of Israel. Do you support its existence?
I support its existence. I don't support the settlements that they're expanding on.
They named the Western Wall as part of the settlements in that UN resolution. Do you really think that that's not a part of the Jewish history, culture, and land? Because it is.
I never said that.
But that's part of the resolution condemning Israel. So do you support the UN's resolution for that? Because they included the Western Wall. Did you know that? Very bad. That's disgusting. That's why I'm absolutely opposed to that nonsense. I hope we defund the UN and get out. I don't think your money and my money should be paying for that crap.
Okay, and I don't think
Do you agree with me?
I agree for that, and I
Awesome.
also don't think our money should be used to be spent on a wall, even though he's
Okay.
making promises that we will be paid back retroactively or something of the sort.
So I agree. We need to keep them accountable. We need to keep them accountable to make sure that Mexico pays for it. Do you think we should have a wall or not have a wall?
No, because
I'm listening.
50% of all illegal immigrants come here by planes.
40%, but I agree with your point. Overstayed visas, big problem. Now here's the thing. Like what happened to Catherine Steinle? 5-time deportee. 5 times. A wall would have stopped that. And also no sanctuary city. Why do you say that?
Because there's already a giant fence. It's like on massive parts of the entire border wall, and people still get around that. There's
Because it's not finished. So let's finish it. I support that. Just like you have a wall in your home.
I don't care, man. Like,
What? He's willing to speak to me. I appreciate that. He didn't. He tried to block me from trying to record the guy who stole my phone. I appreciate you talking to me.
Yes.
Okay. So, would you agree?
Still,
Okay.
what happened in San Francisco? Yes, it was a tragedy. It should not have happened.
Do you know it's
But
happened
at-
in many cities across this country?
Yes, but you can't be pointing out these single instances, whereas the fact in general is immigrants do commit crimes at a far lower rate than citizens
Okay.
of the United
I would
States.
appreciate if you'd respect the term. People who do it legally are immigrants. People who don't are illegal. Aliens, criminals, immigrants, whatever. But don't. It's not the same. I mean, you've obeyed the law. You applied to go to the college, right? You're at Claremont.
Yeah, and
you
my
had to
parents-
follow rules to do
my-
it.
Yeah, and my parents came here illegally.
How did they become legal?
They-
You don't have to tell me. I get it, but
They became legal after the fact.
they followed the rules and became legal.
No,
What happened?
they were.
Reagan's amnesty?
No, they were.
I'm just asking.
Okay, are you gonna let me speak, or are you gonna just keep interjecting me?
Okay. Go ahead.
They're escaping violence in Guatemala. So
Okay.
their main focus was get here first, become a citizen later.
But how did they become a citizen? That's the thing. They were able to do it. So
Yeah.
how did they do it? Did they go to a consulate and say, we were fleeing, we need help? What did they do?
You'd have to ask them. I wasn't born.
Okay. So here's the thing. Your parents were able to follow the law and become, why can't the millions of others doing it?
They crossed the border illegally, so no, they didn't follow the law.
Okay. But they were able to rectify that situation, weren't they?
After the
They
fact.
were. And we needed to do 2 things. I think this. Our process should be simple, efficient. I think we do need a wall. I think we need E-Verify because the people who are here legally should be the ones that get the jobs.
What about the
they do
fact
that in
that
Mexico. They do that in Guatemala
What
too.
about the fact that the wall is going to cost $25 billion and
Okay.
will continue to cost $25 billion every 3 years, just in upkeep and maintenance?
The extended safety of every citizen in this country is worth that cost. We spend even more on bridges, roads. The national
Things
debt
that we actually
exceeds that
need and use.
as well, and the wall too. Absolutely.
How do we need the wall?
To protect us from illegals coming in.
But it's not going to work.
Why?
Because they build a 20-foot wall. What are we going to get is 21-foot ladders.
We need it complete. That's all.
Hmm?
It isn't complete yet. That's the problem. Which you pointed out.
Do
you know about the
that's
people-
That's
I'm
not
sorry.
what I pointed out. I said
What you did, they go
Wait.
around it. It is not finished.
No,
You said
that's
that.
not what I said.
Okay.
I said when you build a 20-foot wall,
Mm-hmm.
we just get 21-foot ladders.
Actually, then you have triple the border patrol who are able to, block that. That's an important part too. It's not just the wall. I agree with you. Triple the border patrol, E-Verify, go after visa abusers like you mentioned. I agree with that.
You're underestimating the craftiness of an entire race of people. So
I didn't bring race into this. Why are you bringing race into this?
because who's coming from south of the
You
border?
have illegals coming from China. You have illegals coming from Middle Eastern countries.
Are they coming from the south of the border?
Yes, they are.
All right. If you think so.
No, it's not a matter of thought. It's a matter of fact.
Okay.
It is happening.
All right.
So,
That's what you think. It's fine.
so this is a lot more effective. I feel. I just wish people would see the full consequences. Back to San Francisco. It's a sanctuary city. Catherine Steinle was like an egregious death, but there are lots of other crimes going on.
Yo, people die every day, B.
They die, but they don't get murdered. Big difference. Okay, and he's moving away.